Time back as big as the first time back?
I think it'll always be cool coming back here. A little less jewelry this time coming back, but yeah, it's exciting. Whenever you can, see the banner hanging in the rafters, it obviously brings back a lot of memories, and it's cool being back.
Truba was saying the other night that he felt like this weekend you guys were going to learn a lot about yourselves. Do you feel that way?
For sure, we're playing two elite teams, two teams at the top of the conference. It's gonna be a big test for us. I think we're confident in ourselves. When we're playing the way we know we can play. We know we're a hard team to beat, and so it'll be a good test for us. And it's two games we're really excited for, and two games that I think we can prove a lot.
Going down the stretch here, obviously not that many games left. To get these two back-to-back games that these two teams play playoff-style hockey, do you think that's something that is good for the team to start kind of getting that feel for it?
Yeah, I think throughout the last, I don't know however many games we have left, I think we have one or two against the Western Conference. So it's all divisional games. It's all games within our conference that obviously can turn into 4-point games with the playoff run coming. So they're all intense games, all games with a lot on the line. So I think the intensity should be pretty high tonight and throughout the rest of the year.
You're really one of the few guys on a team that has ample playoff experience. How would you describe playoff hockey?
It's just, I think everything's amplified. I think it's faster, it's more intense. Obviously, mistakes are magnified. When every goal is so critical. So it's this time of year you need to make sure your game's in top form and be prepared to ramp it up even more. It's when teams are fighting to not only get in the playoffs, but they're fighting for seedings and home ice and things like that. It brings out the best in teams, and I think it's going to bring out the best in us.
You're 48 hours away from the trade deadline. You have these two big games against these two teams. Coach just said that he doesn't need to know anything more about your team. He knows what you guys are. Do you feel the same way? Do you feel like you know what this team is and what you're going to get every night, and do you have what you need?
Yeah, I think, like I said, I think we're confident in our group. I think our job is to go out there and play to execute the game plan the coaches put out for us and play the hardest we can. We can't control what's going to happen in the next 48 hours. That's not our job. That's Drew's job to worry about that, and our job is to go out there and play. So I think within the room, we're confident, and whatever happens. We'll move on, and we'll be ready for the stretch run.
What did you take away from your time here? What did you learn?
Yeah, I think obviously going on two long runs, ending in two cups, you kind of figure out not only what it takes to win, but how hard it is. It's when 32 teams are all fighting for the same thing, and it gets narrowed down to 16 come playoff time. Everyone's fighting for that one goal, so it's not easy to get to the final finish line, but I think we've done a good job in building our game and preparing ourselves for not only to be in the spot we are in our division, but in a good spot to keep getting better and do well down the final stretch. So I think the guys have done a great job all year in not being too complacent, not being satisfied in what we've done so far. But I think we're hungry to take that next step and have a strong finish.
Understanding that you don't have the X next to your name in the standings, like Coach said, and understanding that you play to win the game every night, is it still sort of you got to focus on this game tonight, or can you take a bigger look and say, we're going to get there and we got to make sure we rest up, or that kind of?
100%. I think all you can control is the effort you put forward that night. I think if you start looking too far in advance, and you let games slip away, and next thing you know, you're not where you want to be in the standings, or your game's not looking how it should be. So I think we've been doing that for a while. I think we've been doing a pretty good job of that. It just looking at the current game on hand, and not worrying what's coming in the next week or next month or trade deadline or whatever that is. It's just we're focused on the task at hand, and doing our best to execute that.